At just 18, they're calling him a teenage prodigy, but what does Jake, the Celtic kid Matthews, think about the hype? And can he handle the pressure? Well, once again, AFC Unlocked went knocking down the door to find out.
You feel a little bit of pressure to perform well, more proving something to myself than anyone else. This is my first AFC fight. I've had 10 amateur fights, victorious in all of them. I think you get respect from everyone just for stepping in the ring.
Your first win was against a 24-year-old and you were 16.
That was a good night. I still consider that one of the sweetest victories I've had.
I'm Phil Grapsis. I'm one of Jake's jiu-jitsu coaches. He always comes with the right attitude when he comes into class, and his work ethic is second to none. And those two things there, you cannot teach someone.
What do you say to all those older guys out there that might just throw you out because you're an 18-year-old kid?
I see that as an advantage towards me. They might not be training as hard, preparing for me, because they think, being younger, you might think I'll be easier to fight. That's not the case at all. I believe I train harder than anyone else out there. They could think that, but on the night, I'll show them. We still train as if every fight's going to be a 3-round, 5-round war, depending if it's a title fight, 5 rounds. I feel it out. If I feel comfortable on feet, keep it standing up. If not, take to the ground, use my wrestling.
What's going to happen when Jake gets a girlfriend and there's another element in his... Can we talk about that? It's going to happen one day.
I'm sure
I'm happy to talk about it.
A lot of people are really strict and then they turn 18 and they start drinking or they start going out or they get a girlfriend. A lot of elements can change.
Oh, I try not to let it affect me too much, but at the moment, yeah.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
I'm trying to stay focused on what I want.
The focus is unwavering on this kid. You've got to understand, if a woman was to come into his life, she'd have to fall in line with what's already there.
She'd have to get past all of you.
Well, he's got the blinkers on.
The ultimate goal is UFC.
Yes, that's a dream. I just got to keep working.
How much time do we got?
One day it'll come true.
All right, as we move forward here, we're going to get it up to Glenn Zan to bring our next fighters to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beginning of our 77-kilo welterweight tournament, sponsored by Haymark Electrical and Solar Panel Options. Now, we were to have a fight between Walter T.T. de Barros and Zane Saliba. Due to an issue at weigh-in, Zane will not be fighting and Walter will progress through to the next round of the tournament. Yeah, that's it.
Casey, I've got to mention, I've been a bit overexcited this commentary. I've actually said once or twice our lightweight tournament started, so I apologise to our viewers watching Epic Centre TV. It's just the card is just so exciting. I've made a few little errors, but it does all start now. Proudly sponsored by Pump Fuel and Derrimut 24/7, the big 8-man tournament, 4 fights to go. Very exciting.
I think it's going to be incredibly exciting, but you know what, man?
Juggernaut,
if anything like the middleweight tournament just turned out, the first round, I mean, I don't know if we can handle it, brother.
It's an unbelievable card, and I hope all the AFC viewers are very appreciative that 13 fights. I mean, who has an MMA card like this? 13 quality fights.
Absolutely, I have to say it over and over again. The Australian Fighting Championship, they bring the best of international talent right here to Melbourne.
Yeah, definitely does. And here he comes out now, our first of the evening. And as we mentioned earlier in the pay-per-view, Walter de Barros goes through to our quarterfinals. Zane Saliba could not make weight, so now it is Luke Jumeau and Jake Matthews. Our first fight, and Luke from New Zealand, so he travels. They call him the Juggernaut, and trains out of IMA Phuket top team as well. And as he comes out, he's got a really good corner there and a very exciting prospect.
Oh, absolutely, and you're looking at a man in the Juggernaut, who has a little bit of experience. He's 6-2 as opposed to 3-1. So, a little bit of experience, but, in this game, we've already seen this tonight, the numbers, they can be deceiving.
Yeah, he's a very intense man too. It's hard to read him, but he's very serious and he's got a very good look. So, really looking forward to this contest, and the Juggernaut here from New Zealand, as he steps into the ring, it's going to be a great first lightweight fight. 8 great contenders.
This guy's a tough man. Jumeau, I mean, he's one of those prospects that everybody talks about. I mean, just really impressive.
Aggressive, strong, heavy hands. You know, when he's a big lightweight, isn't he, boys? He's, you know, he's filled out. I reckon from the weigh-ins last night, he's probably an extra 3 or 4 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, New Zealand, they're on a bit of a roll tonight anyway.
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's bring out the man Jake Matthews will be our next fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please
you just saw what he would bring to the table, the Celtic Kid.
Jake the Celtic Kid Matthews. You want to see some action, you're going to have to make some noise.
And here he is, Jake Matthews, fighting out of Melbourne, Australia. Next is BJJ, 509 MMA, a very tough fighter, 3-1. Very deserving of this spot against Luke Jumeau.
Hometown boy, they love it.
This is a big step up for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? He's got that young baby boy sort of look, but he is fighting a tough man tonight.
You got it.
And another great tournament sponsored. We've got the pump fuel, but this actual fight is sponsored by one of our great sponsors here, Solar Panel Options and Haymarket Electrical, as well as Asylum Fightwear. We know that you love wearing Asylum, Casey. You're a stylish man from the US, and great to have Asylum Fightwear on board.
Asylum Fightwear is incredible, man. They've got a booth right around the corner, man. I was checking out some of their styles. I might be sporting some of that on MMA Inside the Cage before you know it.
That's right.
They've even got men and women's gear as well. I think I saw you buying a lovely present there for your wife as well, mate. You're a generous man during the break there. Asylum, great clothing and, you know, MMA clothing brand.
Here it is. You know, Luke Jumeau, he's had a few fights in Legend FC, which is a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
And here we go. Wow, you can just feel it in the air that this is going to be a big fight to kick off the welterweight tournament.
Absolutely.
There's the tail of the tape that you can see, virtually even except for age. 6 years, the younger for Jake Matthews. Let's go to Glenn Zen for the official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please welcome from the red corner, fighting out of IMA and the Phuket top team in New Zealand, with a background in MMA and a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, weighing in at 77 kilograms, Luke the Juggernaut Jumeau. And in the blue corner, fighting out of Nexus BJJ and 509 MMA in Melbourne, Australia, with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, weighing in at 77.25 kilograms, Jake the Celtic Kid.
You saw the Celtic Kid hopping around, man. You can tell he's tremendously athletic.
Oh, without a doubt. He had a lot of air behind him. He had that big old vertical, didn't he?
Absolutely.
Greg Clenyons.
Intense stand out. Look at Luke. He's just
he's focused. Whoa. He's been focused ever since he stepped foot, you know, in Melbourne. I mean, just really on top of it.
And this is a big night of overcoming the odds, if you know what I mean.
And let's talk about some odds. Bet easy quickly.
Hey,
$1.50, Luke Jumeau and Jake Matthews. Outsider, $2.10. Get on Bet Easy. Round 1.
Here we go.
Get the app. Get on there. Luke Jumeau in the black and red. And the Celtic Kid, Jake Matthews, in the black and gold. Jumeau just, man, he looks like a machine right now. Just throwing those kicks hard.
3 big tie kicks to the leg right in a row.
Celtic Kid not backing down. Like I said, this is a big step up in competition for him. Looking a little hesitant against the very just dominant
And another big kick, but that's what I was looking for. The left hand of Luke Jumeau riding low.
Didn't even phase him.
Here we go. Jake Matthews on top. Let's see how the BJJ of Jake Matthews fares right now.
Look at that. Jake Matthews on top. Luke Jumeau having to work from the bottom. And this is a big matchup. This is your first fight in the welterweight tournament, and this is one of the guys. I want to say that Jumeau is definitely a favorite in this tournament.
Now, if I'm Jake Matthews, I'm gonna be watching to center up and keep those arms. I don't want my arms tied up.
And Matthews showing some, just experience for his age, isn't he? He's just beyond his years here. Good start.
Good posture and good wrestling, man. The takedown was beautiful.
You got that right. 19, just a 19-year-old
kid.
kid.
You can hear those. Those hammer fists, man. They sound like rocks hitting.
What kind of upset would this be, Casey, just for Matthews to take this over Jumeau?
Incredible upset, man, because everybody knows the prospect that Luke Jumeau is, and really a step up for Jake Matthews if he can take this one. Yeah.
Well, some good body shots.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Now, here we go. Jake Matthews doing good. He's posturing up that right leg. He needs to center up and stay centered, because Luke Jumeau definitely trying to run that high guard.
Definitely a crafty fighter who is Luke Jumeau. All that experience.
All right, so you got to watch, though. You got to watch. In these transitions, the man on bottom can slip the triangle and slip the armbar.
He landed some big elbows in, didn't he, Cyrus?
Yeah, he did, and some big shots right behind the ear.
Here we go, looking for the triangle, looking for the triangle. That's what I was worried about.
He got it.
Can't get too anxious.
Experience.
He got it, Casey. Well, no, he's popping out.
And he slipped it, and he slipped it. Once again, the ropes come into play.
Yes, and Jake Matthews needs to kind of get out of there. This isn't a good spot for him right this
Jake
second.
Matthews definitely needs to watch the guard of Luke Jumeau. Very smart using the ropes. Look at this. Luke Jumeau tied up his leg through the ropes. He can't turn back in.
And they're coming through the ropes here. And, he's Matthew,
Yeah, they're coming out for a visit, man.
Yeah, exactly right. Copped a nice foot to the hand there, but that's why we do need a cage in Victoria. We can't stress more and more.
Give us a cage already.
Luke Jumeau's leg was tied up all crazy into the ropes, and that's not part of the sport, and it's just unfortunate right there that that position happened.
And who would have thought Matthews would have come out here and dominated so early, guys?
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Matthews right now. Jumeau looked so tough and so just, concentrated there in that first, minute. And now it's been Matthews that's really come on and took the top position, and Jumeau really can't do much about it.
Yeah, Matthews known as the Celtic Kid too, his nickname there. So the young assassin doing a great job here at AFC 5, our first of the lightweight fight tournament, fight number 1.
It looks like
those shoulders.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that, man. If you can't make the separation to throw the punches, throw those shoulders. They're so disorienting.
And Sleep Doctor, another great sponsor of the AFC. Right here, great night here. All our sponsors.
There we go.
Now
watch Luke Jumeau. Watch Luke Jumeau. He's reaching around the leg. It looks like he's trying to work his way into a single leg base. If he can do that, he can work up and work for at least for the stand-up.
Running those shoulders and just beating him up there.
Absolutely.
On the bottom.
And this is something else that Jumeau needs to watch out for, is that Jake Matthews is running that whizzer really deep. We could look at a Darce choke here in a second.
Oh, he landed a couple of big rights. Jumeau's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, the Juggernaut is in big-time trouble here.
Jumeau's got a big old mouse forming on his eye.
The $2.10 odds for Matthews on
Going
Bet
after
Easy.
the Americana.
Very close to landing that one. We haven't seen too many submission attempts from the Celtic Kid yet. Yeah, he's just been punishing with little short ground shots.
We're going to see him open up right here. We heard the 10-second mark. Look at that blood falling from the face of Luke.
And he is shell-shocked, isn't he?
Anybody call this one?
I saw Cyrus Fees at the Bet Easy.
We should have laid our money down, man.
Well, Jake Matthews was 210 and Luke Jumeau 150.
Unbelievable, yeah. $2.10, very good odds, and no doubt they've been shortened now. And this packed crowd here at Melbourne Pavilion are extremely happy. Let's mention again some of our great sponsors. Pump Fuel are sponsoring the tournament. Derrimut 24/7, Commercial Drive, our Kono Pizzas. We saw Cyrus Fees eating about 5 at the break. Casey Oxenden has not had one shared by his colleague here.
Of course, a Silent Fightwear.
Don't forget about a Silent Fightwear.
You got to be sharp. You got to be dressed right when you're involved in Australia. actively to stop the takedown. Make sure his defense is in order and stay very, very active with his strikes. Watch the kicks, man.
It's the Celtic Kid taking on the Juggernaut. And Luke Jumeau
And once
comes
again,
back.
Luke Jumeau riding that left arm low. It cost him earlier in the fight.
He's definitely leaving himself open.
Yeah.
He's wanting to set up for these kicks.
Yeah.
They're lethal, nasty kicks he's throwing.
Here we go, and once again, here we go. Jake Matthews with a beautiful takedown. Once again, the Australians implementing that wrestling into their game. The evolution of the Australian MMA.
He's wrestling.
You got that right. No, you're right. The takedowns have been tremendous. Yeah, what about this rivalry maybe between Australia and New Zealand? Is there something there?
Oh, it's a long, long history of rivalry in a lot of sports. Rugby union, rugby league, some of you are probably not familiar with, and cricket, a sport that Casey Oxendine does practice back there in the States.
I played tons of cricket.
He plays cricket
Yeah.
nonstop. Oh, my God.
Wow, Jake Matthews going nuts.
The Celtic Kid landed hard.
Wow.
Sort of got him in a
He needs to
choke.
watch the submission, though. He's getting very, very anxious. He needs to stay very calm, man, because if he gets to... Oh, wow, wow, wow. Beautiful.
You know, his strikes
Beautiful.
are very on point,
Oh,
Casey.
we got a choke
Jumeau
here.
needs to watch it. Here comes the
He's
rear
got
naked
it in.
choke.
He's got it in.
It's over. Another huge upset. Jay Matthews takes it.
Unbelievable. This kid is the real deal. Casey Oxenden signs fees. He is the most impressive underdog lawyer we have seen in the AFC.
He didn't even look like he got touched, man. I mean, look at his face. Look at Jake Matthews right now. It doesn't even look like he was in a fight.
This kid is exciting. Listen to the name. Jake Matthews is the real deal.
Oh, the Celtic Kid reigns supreme and moves forward in this welterweight tournament. So impressed with his performance tonight. AFC 5 welterweight tournament brought to you by NDS Pump Fuel.
And Jake Matthews, what a win by the young fella. He is very excited. So is his corner. Well deserved. Cyrus Fees, you've seen a lot of MMA. You host inside MMA inside the cage. What do you see now in the potential of young Jake Matthews from Melbourne, Australia?
Oh, those strikes were on point. I mean, just everything that he threw was landing. So impressed. You could tell he was a little bit younger, maybe a little bit more energy, but I mean, Luke Jumeau's only 26 years old.
And Luke Jumeau's season, he's a tough man. He took a lot of hits, but Jake Matthews, our first winner, Sleep Doctor, Pump Fuel,
Ladies and gentlemen,
lightweight tournament.
the fight has been stopped. 1 minute 14 seconds into the second round by way of tap out, making our winner from the blue corner, Jake the Celtic Kid Matthews.
All right. And we have Casey Oxendine standing by with Jake Matthews.
All right, I'm here with Jake Matthews. Brother, it has been the talk all night long. The evolution of Australian mixed martial arts. It has been the incorporation of the wrestling. Talk about it.
Well, it's all thank you to my wrestling coach, Ali Abdu. I knew in this fight that wrestling would make the difference, so I worked hard on it and paid off.
Man, you had to know coming into this, you were an underdog. Luke Jumeau, a very, very highly touted prospect in this sport. You took it over. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling absolutely great. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. Luke, he's very experienced. I'm just stoked. Absolutely stoked.
Well, you're not finished yet, man. You move on in this tournament. It is a big deal. Talk about what we're going to see next out of Jake Matthews.
You're going to see whatever the AFC wants. I'll fight anyone they put in front of me. Happy to represent my sponsors, the Fight Factory, the Scramble UK, and all my brothers from Nexus Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Thank you to my dad, my head coach, Nick Felides, Luke Baldacini, my sparring partner. They're what makes this team great, and I really appreciate what they do for me.
Well, there you have it. Let's hear it for the one and only Jake Matthews.
Get a photo together.
And how about that? Jake Matthews, they call him the Celtic Kid with a big win here at AFC number 5. As we move on to our next fight, we are going to see one man. They call him the Bulldog, Peter Davenport. Let's check out a video that we have with Peter Davenport.